Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. What a night. I have not slept since yesterday. Okay, there's tons of petitions out. Actually, tons is 6. I don't know if I mentioned that I was going to put them, even if I mentioned them at all in the last video. But if I did, I didn't put them in the comment section, so I'll definitely put a link to them down below now. I'll probably put a link right to my G Plus account because it's tied in with the YouTube and you can get to it easily, and I'm going to be updating that list. Anytime I find a new petition, I'll add it right to the top of the list. So this way you could just often just go back there and see if there's a new one, and I note if there's a new one added. That's number 1. I haven't slept because I was trying to do reminders to New York and Wyoming that today is the last day that they have to be registered by to vote in April, so they can vote in the April primaries. So I was Facebooking them, or what I think that's what it's called, Facebooking them. I don't know. Contacting them on Facebook. And then I had to get some information, a lot of information together for Washington, because I heard that that's the most important state. And a little birdie online was telling me that there's already crap going on in Washington. Such as Hillary's, oh, I said her name, gosh darn it, Hillary's camp, and I said it again, has sent out supposedly to every Democrat in Washington a letter stating where to go for caucusing and what time to go. Both are incorrect. So this way, if you go to the incorrect polling place and it's later than what the polling starts at 10 o'clock. So they're saying be there by 10 o'clock. So if you go to the incorrect place, you're not going to be able to get to your correct polling place once you find out that you went to the wrong one. You won't be allowed in. She did this before, I heard, too. I think in 08 or, yeah. Oh my God, I'm getting migraines over this crap. Alright, let me get back to my Facebook page because there's more stuff going on. Okay, yeah. The NAACP and the ACLU are getting involved in this Arizona election fraud. But all I keep hearing on the news, the Channel 12 news from Arizona, is about the long lines and how they screwed that up. Fine, they screwed that up. My main concern is the freaking flipping of the registrations. Deleting the party affiliations. That, to me, is more serious. A lot of people, they were very good-natured about it. They understood, okay, budget cutbacks, whatever, we got to stand in line. They were talking to each other. Nobody seemed really, really angry. Yes, there was a lot of people that turned around, got discouraged. Yes, but to me, the most serious is the tampering of the registration. That is more serious than standing in line. Standing in line, all they have to do is reopen more places. That's easy to fix. Find out who the hell went into the computer system and changed all this crap. So, Michelle Regan she's the Secretary of State. Okay? She's the one, supposedly, who is in charge of this, and she was on Twitter stating at 8:00, I don't remember what time, 8:07:11 or something like that, oh, the first results are in. Prior to that, ready, set, go, vote. And then after 8:43, 11 of the 15 counties have reported. You should see that there's not that many, I'm surprised. But you should see what they did say, the ones that have posted it. And I posted on my Twitter, and I posted on my Facebook, and I posted on my G+, for everybody to go blow her feet up. She's hiding now, even according to the Channel 12 News. So, this is a new development too. They're going to hold a special meeting. Let me see if I could find... Did I take... Yeah, I know I took a picture of it. I have to find it in my thing. This coming Monday at 10 o'clock in Phoenix, Arizona, they're going to have a special hearing, and it's going to be open to the public, which is great, but it's not about the election fraud. It's about the freaking lines. Like I said, the lines is important. That is suppression. Yes, it does suppress people's being able to get out the vote. I agree 100%. But when somebody literally goes into a computer and changes the damn thing, that is complete fraud. I'm shaking. I'm so upset now. Yeah, so it's Monday, March 28th, room HHR4 at 10 o'clock, open to the public. I'll be posting a picture of this later. Call to order, invited the Honorable Michelle Regan, Secretary of State, or her representative. Watch her not show up. The Honorable Helen Purcell, who's the Maricopa County Recorder, or her representative, and the Arizona Association of Counties. That's who has been invited. Watch, none of them show up. Someone posted a tweet, who owns you, the voters or the RNC? Thinking that it's the RNC. Yeah, it's the woman Democrat running for president, because, and or her super PACs that has bought this friggin' election. And this isn't the only state. Now, there's one of the petitions that just came out. It's addressed to the Young Turks. I'm not sure why, but it is, and I signed it. It's on change.org. It's requesting that they investigate into this, because this mathematician who has 12 years of experience took the exit polls beginning from the beginning of March. I don't know, there's exit polls from the beginning of March, but there's so much, I can't read it all. So it just said exit polls, taking the exit polls from the beginning of March, and I just, now that I'm thinking about it, that doesn't sound right, but maybe he meant polls and the exit polls combined. I don't know. Anyway, calculating the numbers, comparing it with the actual votes that have been counted or put online, that there was a 1 in 33,000 plus chance for it to be correct. So in other words, it's effed up. Cat, please leave me alone. I can't take it. So that's one thing. What was the other thing? Let me get back to my Facebook page again, because I got everything posted in consecutive order. So now the ACLU in Arizona, they're asking for voters who definitely know that they were a Democrat and they didn't switch their allegiance, and or they were an independent or a Republican or a Green Party and they switched on time to a Democrat so that they could vote Democrat come the primary, or the caucus rather. I can't even think, I'm screwing my head up. Primary, yeah, it was a ballot. So that they could vote in Arizona. I'll just put it that way. For a Democrat, for Bernie, or for that one, but majority, they like 99% of them are all Bernie supporters that had their thing erased, deleted, that they were a Democrat. So that they had those provisional polls, ballot polls, and therefore, because it's in the system, that it's blank, gets thrown in the garbage. No vote. Okay, so they're asking for people to come forward with documentation and be able to swear that this is correct documentation, you know, that it's not altered or anything else. So if you're out there and you voted in Arizona and you were given a provisional ballot and and if you have documentation, call the ACLU. I have it on Twitter, I have it on Facebook, and I have it on G+, and I'll be putting it in a link here. Next thing. There's going to be a massive rally. No, not a rally. What is it called? Darn it! I go blank when I get so annoyed and upset. Protest. Thank you. Yeah, there's going to be a massive protest on Monday, so this will be a good time for me to find out if it's going to be... No, this one is in Tucson, Arizona. So I suggested to the people that's arranging this to call the ACLU, to call the NAACP, tell them about this massive protest. Maybe they can send a representative there. Also to call the newspapers, the TV stations, everybody, tell them about this. And hopefully a lot of people show up. It'll be at 405 West Congress Street, number 1500 in Tucson, Arizona, which is at the corner of Granada and Congress. It begins at 2 p.m. and it goes through till 7. Their demands are the reinstatement of the Voting Rights Acts of 1965. Good luck with that. A complete count of provisional ballots. That would have to go through the Congress again, I guess. Suppose that's how it works. And a public... Now this one, last demand, is what I'm concerned about and I like. A public random recount of unsorted vote by mail ballots of 5 precincts in both Pima and Maricopa County. So, to take a recount of unsorted votes by mail ballots. So I guess they're thinking that mail ballots wasn't counted in. Why isn't anybody talking about this flipping? That would be one of my main things on there. I'm glad I don't live in Arizona, because if I lived in Arizona, I don't know what the hell I'd be doing. Let's see, what else was there? New developing info for Arizona voters. Arizona voters, disenfranchised Arizonians, join the lawsuit. The ACLU of Arizona is filing the lawsuit. Those who are willing and were unable to vote due to voter suppression, lines closed, polling places closed, misregistration, please contact the ACLU in Arizona at 602-650-1854. ACLU Arizona complaint form. They have a complaint form. If you can get online, fill that out to express what happened. This way they have a document of it. There's also a national office, 212-549-2500. The Arizona Center for Law and the Public Interest is another nonprofit Arizona firm that deals with civil rights and files lawsuits. They have offices in Phoenix and in Tucson. They should be contacted about the protest. And then there's the address for them. Also, Arizona Advocacy Network. And I just found on Facebook, but I don't have it open now, lawyers for Bernie. So if anybody that is an attorney that is willing to step up, and especially in the Arizona area. The person that started it lives in New Jersey. So he doesn't have jurisdiction, obviously. But he does still have access to books, and he's been doing research, and he put some stuff online. So if there's any Arizona attorneys out there that is willing to step up and try to assist Bernie, pro se, I think it's called. I don't know what it's called. Free of charge. Because this is not just Arizona. This similar situations has occurred in the past, in this past election cycle. I just shook my camera. That's wonderful. And there's many more states to go. Other crapola is probably going to start and continue in many other states. And for future elections as well. This is undermining our democracy, our right to vote. This has to be nipped in the bud right now. They cannot continue to get away with it. I'm sick of this. Now, was there anything else I needed to review? I think I got it all. The petitions, yeah. So you'll just look down in the comment section below, and I'll have links for a lot of different various things. And if you want, if you didn't see my video I made last night, look at that, and there's a lot of links in that description too, the comment section. So let's stay strong. If you can get into Tucson and protest, if you can get into Phoenix and attend the public hearing, be there for the support. And anybody that can spread this news, anybody that can post on the Secretary of State from Arizona, her Twitter, post, blow it up. Alright. I'll be talking to you soon, probably more soon than I had anticipated. Alright, folks, take care. I'll talk to you soon.